Part 3. Ehai came to buy corn every week and always paid far more than what he bought, especially when Kitten was with me. For a child who was usually wary of strangers, Kitten, surprisingly, had a lot of time for him. And it was because of the little things he did, always fist-bumping her, making funny faces with her, listening as she prattled about school and Lola, her best friend. I nearly cried the day he gave me $200 for Kitten. I thanked him and prayed for him, and I noticed he was uncomfortable. He never stayed for more than 20 minutes, but I later realized that time was an escape for both of us. Over time, I developed a warm, understanding companionship of sorts. He didn't speak much about himself, but I got to know some basics. He ran an international freight company. Ihios was his full name. He was in the middle of a bitter divorce, and his 2 children lived with his soon-to-be ex-wife in London. Over time, I told him about myself, first daughter of 3 of an ex-soldier and a military nurse, married to my first love, now mother of 1. I didn't tell him about Lucamon's unsuccessful job search till the day he asked what Lucamon did for a living. When I also told him, without prompting, that Kitten was always with me after school because Lucamon couldn't care for her while job hunting, I realized it was untrue. Lucamon hadn't actively searched for a job in months, and spent his days idling at home. After I finished speaking, Ehai said, if he doesn't mind, he can send me his CV through you, and I'll see what I can do. Let me know what he decides. Oh, thank you, sir. Please stop that. Call me Ehai. At home, I told Lucamon about my conversation with Ehai, and asked for a copy of his CV. I was disappointed he didn't seem enthused. Okay, he said absent-mindedly. When will I get it? ISI, you can see that I'm about to get on a queue to use the toilet. I need to get there before Ngozi messes up the place with her smelly shit. After that, I queue to take a bath. I hope I don't go in after the useless Alayo who uses 2 hours to bath. Okay, my husband. Give it to me when you finish. I have heard. When 2 weeks passed and he hadn't given me the CV, I wrote one out for him, went to a business center to get it typed and printed, and gave it to Ehai. I didn't mind doing such things for Lucamon because, generally, he was a good man to me, just a bit lazy. When I gave Ehai the CV, he studied it carefully. I think I can fix your husband in somewhere in my company. Then, he looked intently at me. What about you, Isioma? What about me, how? Do you want a job? Not really, because it won't give me time to take care of Kitten. I want to take her to school and pick her up every day. So, you're going to do this business forever? God forbid. I looked away. Then, because I'd grown too comfortable with him, I shared a plan I hadn't even told Lucamon. If I save enough money, I hope to open a grocery store to sell food items. There isn't one in my neighborhood, so I should have an advantage. I can get good produce from suppliers I know in Mile 2 Market. Plus, I'll be closer to home and Kitten. I shrugged and sighed, but it's just a dream for now. How much does your dream cost? I took a long pause before I answered. I did a costing last month. Rent, furniture, and first stock came up to almost 800,000 naira. His face was impassive when he said, Isioma, you're a beautiful woman. I want to help you, but I'm also human and selfish. So, here is my offer. I will give your husband a job in my company. And I will give you 2 million naira. All I want in return is you spend this weekend alone with me in Osogbo. I'm going there for some business. Yes, this is a proposition. If you agree, you don't have to see me again after the weekend if you don't want to. If you reject my offer, I'll understand. But I suggest you think about it first. How dare this man insult me? Sir, my tone was cold. Please don't buy anything from me again. I'm a married woman. My husband is man enough for me, and I'll never cheat on him. You've insulted both of us and it's an offer, not an insult, he deadpanned. Then, his voice softened. You have my number, Isioma. Think about it. As he drove off, I felt a tear run down my cheek. I went home early. Check the next video for part 4.